In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast. Dude, 6 million people died. Stop denying it. Jesus Christ. God. What are you, Kanye West? It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Anyways, welcome to the Freedom Friends Podcast, brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO to screw you that sweet 15% off. I'm fucking tired, man. I'm sorry. It's like Icy Tech coolers. Use Freedom Friends 25, Freedom Friends 10. That gets 10% off, and wellness.us is 25% off with Freedom Friends 25. Anyways, fuck boys.
Hi, Mikey.
Just fucking go. I'm sorry I made you guys. Thank you guys for waiting. I'm sorry I made you wait. It was a 3-hour
Wasn't that bad.
ordeal getting here.
You're
So,
good.
thanks. And happy belated birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you shaved, which means it was a good birthday.
Yeah.
No? Damn. Wishful thinking.
Scott, how old are you now?
5,286.
No, I think he's 41 for the 208th time.
Yeah.
Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I think, isn't it?
Does it reset back to 0 or?
No, my odometer has like 18 spaces.
It
doesn't roll over.
Eventually, we're just going to cut you in half and count the rings and get a
That's what
solid
it is.
number.
Yeah, you gotta have to take a core sample and just be like,
I'll give you a core sample.
I'll take a core sample.
Oh my.
Shit right there on your desk. Count the rings.
You can get mine from your fucking purple pillow, you cunt.
Oh, speaking of that, Michelle just sent me this for you guys.
Oh, it's fine. Dave actually already showed me the receipt. He bought me one for Christmas.
After
Michelle
the
sent me
recording-
this, save $400 on purple. And she says, here's some ointment for everyone's sore ass.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. What do you got? What's up with you
Justin,
guys?
what do you think of your purple pillow?
I fucking love that thing. So, full disclosure, I didn't actually open mine until like this past weekend. So, but that shit's fucking amazing. So amazing that Abby is trying to steal it from me actively. I have to like take it
Well,
back.
since you
from
got
her.
one for free, if you buy another one, you essentially got them both at half off.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's
See,
true.
I can't complain too much. I have ghost bed pillows, and they're nice.
Nice.
They don't suck.
I don't even know who the fuck makes one.
Not
of those.
sponsored by either one of these companies.
No.
Nope.
No.
But they should.
But Purple did give us some pillows.
I have a
Purple didn't give you shit. Some fan from a fucking store signed those bitches out and just brought them down here.
Yeah,
Those are
right.
stolen purple pillows.
Close
makes,
enough.
That makes it even
They-
better
they
though.
fell off the truck.
Like fuck.
I love that our fans steal shit to give it to us.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm weirdly comfortable with that. Yeah. Dude, this thing's fucked.
Oh, what'd you do to it?
This is worse. Did somebody else fuck with this since last week?
Mikey, you're the only one that speaks into your microphone.
This one's fucked, man.
You know why? It's because you touch it all the time. I never touch mine. It's solid.
I touch it to try to like tighten it up, and it's all fucked.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. But
Yeah.
I think it's also been a lot of adjustment without actually like loosening anything. He just like bear claws it into the position he wants,
That-
and now nothing's tight enough.
That might be it.
$1 for me to touch it. $2 for you to touch it. $3 do you watch me touch it?
I wanna post that clip right there with no context and just let people's minds run where they may.
Yeah.
well,
I'm into
we
it.
all know where they're going to wander to. So
Yeah.
Right to the ZJ.
What's a ZJ?
If you have to ask, buddy, you can't afford it.
You have to
God
ask. You
damn it.
can't afford it.
I got $14.
Oh, boys, I had a weekend.
Who's paying
Apparently.
bed
I had a weekend. Well, you were part of it, a small part of it. I stopped by and visited you.
Is that a short joke or what?
No,
No, that's a dick joke.
I stopped by and visited Jess for about an hour. I had an hour to kill, and I was in the area, so I went by the store on Saturday.
And
But,
I bought him a drink or two because he looked like he needed it.
I did need it, and I got back into bartending for a night.
Yeah.
Still don't miss it.
Yeah.
No, just fucking still hate people.
Yeah.
particularly hate drunk people at bars, you know, that come up and want you to give them beer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just people.
They're annoying. It is just people. Yeah, I just don't like them. But great event. You know, Kevin Fowler rocked. He did a great job, and it was fun.
You had an interesting guest there.
Did have an interesting guest. Yeah. And I made some fun Snapchats
Yeah.
with the said guest. You'd have been a fan.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Big
Definitely.
I don't know at all what you guys are talking about.
It was a dude with tits.
Okay.
In a miniskirt.
In a miniskirt. And here's the best part. I don't think the dude she was with had any fucking idea.
He found out later.
And they were like gropey McGropersons, man. Like they were handsy with each other, and I don't think he knew. And everybody else was like,
Where was this event?
fuck?
What event did you go to?
It was a Kevin Fowler concert, and it was at the Shriner Convention Place at the Shriner Center off 1604.
Okay.
Hero Sports got the liquor license, so we were basically we were selling beer,
Uh-huh.
and we get the proceeds type of thing, right?
Gotcha.
So we were benefiting charity for it. And it was awesome. It was a great show. Kevin Fowler rocked as he does. You know,
Right.
he's a well-known artist here in Texas, and
He's very good live.
he's very good live, man. Yeah, every time I've seen him live, which is twice now, he's fucking crushed it every time. He's very good. And in the crowd of people that I shit talk because I was bartending it, but the crowd as a whole that he brings in are fucking good people.
Yeah.
Like, and they're a drinking crowd. They are big fans of beer because a lot of his songs revolve around beer. So it was interesting. I wasn't actually bartending. I was like running both bars. So I was kind of managing. Don't want to do that anymore either.
No.
Like that was, but before that show started, I'd been there from 9 a.m. to set up a bar for the day. And then we moved it. And then it was like, I had a couple hours to kill. So I went over and hung out with Jazz for a little bit, whatnot, closed the bar down, did all that shit, got home, got up in the morning, took some veteran skydiving, drove directly to Houston for a clay shoot that we had today, and just got here 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd the clay shoot go?
Great. And I didn't suck as bad.
What'd you shoot?
70?
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
There you go.
I'm telling you, it's when you're around. I have this theory. So I have this theory.
It's also very easy to say the numbers when none of us were there.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, I'm sure I can pull it up somewhere, or you can just trust my integrity, you fucking dick.
Yeah, just like on the golf course. Uh-huh.
Put me down for a 4, motherfucker. I watched you tee off
You're
3
not
times.
You're not even halfway to the hole.
We won't count the one in the water or the sand or out of bounds. So yes.
Oh, if you lose the ball, it doesn't count.
Yeah,
That's a.
you don't.
I
That's
only
a
count
Yeah,
I
you
only
start
count
over.
this.
You lose the
100%
ball,
right.
you start over.
yeah, you start over. It's
It's
fine.
kind of like when you lose that blue rock. Fuck, send me another one.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I shot much better, but I have this theory that whenever John's around, I shoot like shit.
Get performance anxiety.
Something like it's something. Maybe like I don't know.
There's a pill for that.
Well, I need it.
It's a little blue one.
No, it's the red one.
Oh.
It's definitely the red one. Do you want me having constant boners around you?
You might shoot better.
Huh?
You might shoot better.
I don't know if I would. Oh, my
Do you
blood
know
would be out of my head, man.
Do you know?
I know you won't think about it.
Do you know what the trick is to shooting well around John?
Huh.
Don't shoot.
Right?
No, just shoot.
I have been on several ranges with John, and you know what I've never done with John around? Actually pulled a trigger.
It's a good fucking strategy.
I just realized it right now, and I was like, because I was gonna go like, I think I shoot just fine. And I was like, wait a minute. I think I've been on a range with you like 4 times and been hunting once. But when we went hunting, we saw nothing, so I never pulled a trigger. And then every other range
sneezes
trip,
all over the place.
I was dying.
Like,
But every other time I've been out with him,
There was a year or two, John and I were very competitive.
Yes.
either neither one of us shot, or you were there working with the girls and we weren't pulling trigger anyway.
I'm not that good of a shot.
I'm gonna rephrase that.
think about. I think it's just you and me, and it's this issue because I think about like the hog hunt where I shot the fence.
Couldn't do that again if you tried.
I know.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
Though.
So, and then I think of
But you also shot on 2.
on that same shot on that same hunt when we were trying to shoot the fucking Doolin tree deal or the fucking and I couldn't hit fucking fuck all,
Not a single thing.
which is not fucking normal for me. I'm a decent shot, man. You know. And then when we went clay shooting,
Yeah.
and I fucked dogs.
You did. The whole
You
time.
know.
Nope. I've shot with you one time.
Yeah.
When we did that Christmas shoot. But the only time that we shot was we were just all online.
And
Oh,
we
we
were
were
just
just
pushing
making
everything
noise.
into
Noise.
one direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
making noise.
Yeah. That was a fun day.
That was.
It was a good day. Except for Homeboy that was like, if feet aren't moving, then you're a target. And I was like, that's what they made cover for.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
That was that dude that was like trying to like butt fuck CrossFit and shooting together.
When he was like, if your feet aren't moving. And then he went and crawled into his truck that had that steel 3%er thing on the back. And I was
Yeah.
like, ah.
He also weighed a
yeah,
solid 320. And it's like,
yeah.
okay, hard target, easy gray man.
He also had
Fucking
that outside the waistband, front of the hips revolver holster at the 45-degree angle. I was
sure
like,
did.
what are you doing, Wyatt Burp? Like, I'm going to need you to fucking pump your brakes.
Yeah, I love getting critiqued by guys who clearly know more than I do. Shit. About anything. Fuck.
One shot, one kill. And why do I have 30 rounds? Like, I don't.
Yeah. You've never heard of accuracy by volume, sir. I was shit talking myself today.
As
though,
a
and-
sniper, I hate that saying one shot, one kill.
And Jeremy walks up to me and he's like, I bet you if you had a machine gun, you'd be better. And I was like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. True story.
Yeah.
No, Scott and I, we got very competitive
Not in general.
with each other.
With each other.
Yeah, we weren't competitive in regards to like trying to win the match. We were just competitive and trying to get a higher score. And it literally came down through the whole PRS season. And I think we probably shot, I don't know, 10, 12 matches in that season.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It came down to the last stage of the last day of the last match.
And I beat you by,
And
I
I-
think, 4 points.
Yeah, because I shit the fucking bed on that stage. I completely fell apart.
Yeah,
and
but
I
that also
went
means
first.
that-
I was like, God damn it.
So
And Scott was
it-
just ringing steel the whole
Yeah,
time.
He won like, I don't know, he beat me like 3 matches in a row.
Yep, leading up to that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, fuck.
It also sounds like it was probably a really fun season, though.
That was-
because the score was. Because it was that tight.
That
Like,
was a
it
fun year. I had a fun
that-
year.
Yeah, that's probably
that was
fun,
awesome.
dude.
We shot all over the place.
Like, it's not a lot of
But
fun.
we said, and then the way we did it is we had identical guns and we ran identical loads, almost
Identical optics. I
every-
think.
you know, well,
no. It was.
I was running that Premiere and you were running the Tangent Theta.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Pretty much the same thing. It's just one was a little
So
older.
it really came down to just shooter skill.
yeah.
If the gear was
everything
identical, then it comes down to
Sometimes, well, we weren't on the same team a lot, though.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. We usually squatted differently.
Yeah.
But when we were on the same squad, it was nice because whoever shot get off the line and be like, "Hey, hold this for wind," or bump
Yeah.
up 2 clicks or whatever. And it was just the second person came up and just fucking clean the house.
Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, like Jazz will tell you, every time Jazz needed a shot that he knew was going to fucking, like when we were blowing up something or whatever, he was like, Mikey, get on the gun. Because out of everybody there that was standing there at that particular time, he had confidence in me that I was going to take that shot. And it
for
was
the
gonna
shooters
happen.
that we had there
Yeah.
was 2 people that I trust to actually put the round on target, but
Yeah.
I had to coordinate the event. So it was like,
right? So Jazz would
I
be like,
can't
Mikey,
shoot.
I need you to do this.
and it's none of the stuff that we were working together was ever very long either. Like
No,
even
no,
when
no.
we did that big pop,
But if John would have been there, I'd have fucking missed.
but that big pop that we did, I think was 200 meters.
Maybe.
It was 200
See,
meters,
you-
and the round was going in off a glassed bolt gun. Like if you couldn't hit that target,
You watch a lot of those
That was fucking
those
awesome.
Tannerite videos, right? And everybody likes the Tannerite videos where they blow something up and it almost comes back and kills them. I like the Tannerite videos for like the 6 shots it takes to hit the Tannerite.
Yeah.
That's why I watch
Yeah.
the Tannerite videos.
Well, like, so we were blowing up a Santa sleigh,
yeah.
and we had 10 gallons of gasoline.
and 15 pounds of tannerite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no, it was 10 pounds of tannerite, and we had like a 5-gallon.
Oh, and 5 gallons of gas. So,
yeah.
but I had to make sure that all the cameras were running. That
Right.
like so I couldn't take the
Justin
shot.
was in the most precarious place actually, because you were up on that berm.
I remember talking to the guy that
I remember the shot went off, it popped, I see the fireball, and I immediately looked to the berm and I saw the camera on the tripod and no person. And I was like,
Okay.
oh, some shit must have come that way. Like it was
I remember asking the guy that owned the range, I was like, is it cool if I sit up here? And he was like, do you have any sort of protective gear? And I put my sunglasses on. I was like, I'm good. But yeah, it
That's
went
the most
off.
grunt answer ever.
100%. I was like, my
I pro.
eyes will be fine.
Right? I
all
got
I
my
need.
Wiley X, Sarge.
but I also I know that dude.
Yeah.
And
He was asking
so,
very loosely.
Yeah.
So that cat. Well, I think he had to. I think that was more of the.
Yeah.
Do you have protective gear? And it was. You could have just been like, yeah, and he'd have been like, fucking good to hook.
Yeah.
Like he's.
He told me that my liability's gone.
Yeah. We're also talking about a dude that, wasn't on duty for 6 months because of.
Things.
Yeah.
We'll just say things.
Yeah. I thought it was 100% justified, and I've seen the video, and he was protecting him and the men he was with.
Yeah.
But it did go to investigation because it was in the middle of the whole 2020 fiasco, and they were
Yeah.
just after cops, and he just ended up on that firing line, and
Yeah, he did.
he got cleared. Like he's back on duty, like he's out there kicking ass and taking names, and he's a great fucking guy. But
Well, I almost had a beef with him. It was a personal thing, though.
yeah, I still don't understand that disagreement, but sure. A lot of that just sounds like it's. Well, one, I know him, and
I just thought it was weird.
No,
that was all. It was.
nobody. This is bad podcast
It-
material.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
But,
Anyways, this has gone on too long. Good dude. Just we had a beef, and it's squashed now. It's
yeah,
fine.
he's a good dude. He's a little weird.
That's easy though.
I don't think you
I
can
can
be
deal with
SWAT for
weird.
that long though and not be weird.
So
Yeah.
it's Lavely's birthday today.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's Lavely's birthday as of this recording.
Yeah. While we're recording this, it's Lavely's birthday,
Yeah.
which means this will go out
Wednesday. I knew you knew
Wednesday.
it, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah.
But from what I saw, there's a Freedom Friends call to send Lavely as many nudes as possible.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go, Tracy. I like your style. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Lively, our
Lead the way, Tracy.
our favorite Facebook group mod.
Yep.
Fucking holding down the fort over there for us.
Right.
'Cause
Well, so the reason
I like how he took that position and all of us were like,
Yeah.
run with it. It's like, we got it. Like,
I put him in there because I've seen that dude troll
Hard.
for years.
Mhm.
yeah.
Just like I'm like, you're already on fucking Facebook trolling. Just
Yeah.
run the group, dude.
And he does a great job.
Yeah.
He's purged a couple out, and he has
I had to
he has
block a
trolled
guy.
people into quitting.
I had to
Like,
block a
it's-
guy last night. I blocked it. Did you guys notice the spam dude that was trying to sell T-shirts?
Mhm.
No.
He kept putting up the same thing, and people were commenting. They kept reporting the posts. Like the Freedom Friends in the group were reporting the posts. And when I looked into it, I was like, "Yep, this guy's bullshit."
Well, at least one of us is paying attention.
So here's the funny part: he actually put up one of our shirts as his
Motherfucker.
from Redacted.
really?
Yeah, the chaos fucking blue line thing.
Oh,
He had that up, and he's like, "Nobody on my page likes it. Maybe you guys will appreciate it." And everybody's like, "You don't know what fucking page you're on right now, man. Like this is literally their shit.
we know these people.
Like, yeah." So I had to block that one.
Hey, hopefully he's in a bunch of other pages fucking just out there spamming the website too. Fucking
Yeah, right.
Good on you, buddy.
Well, here's the problem: is it wasn't going to our website. It was going to some fucking. Well, I didn't click on it because I don't want to.
Oh, so it wasn't taking you to the actual shirt site.
But it
was-
didn't say Redacted Supply, right? Speaking of which, you can find Freedom Friends merch at redactedsupply.com. Just saying.
It's true. Apparently, we need another one that says you're not you and you're sober.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just have it look like a Snickers bar, but like it's half
Best thing
unrolled.
that could happen to us is get a cease and desist order from fucking Snickers.
Fucking A,
Oh, that'd be
dude.
great.
And like, but have it like unrolled halfway and it's a bottle of JMO sticking out. You're not you when you're sober. Patent, motherfuckers. Just did it.
Trademark.
Trademark. This is media. It's media. And we talked
It's
about
called
it.
usage rights.
That's right. Usage rights. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Boom.
we need Lavely to give us an update on member count. He was giving us like every 100, and I want to say we're at like 1,200 group members or something like that now
Yeah,
Something like that,
in the group.
in the private group.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fucking just like page is at.
Oh, boys, I think I told y'all this a couple weeks ago or so, but we hit a major milestone. We're at 500,000 plays on
Wow.
audio. Yeah,
Fucking A.
which is
I can't
fucking
believe
wild.
how many fucking retarded people there are out there.
Yeah,
You know the
right?
worst part is like 500,000 people heard me say some of the stupidest shit I've ever said in my life, and I don't remember what it was.
they remember what you said
I
better
know.
than you do.
They remember
That's the
well.
worst part.
Yeah, they remember
Like,
well.
yeah.
Fuck.
It's something about masturbating boys, I think.
A lot. Like,
Yeah.
fuck. God.
The
damn.
people that have walked up to me and been like, "Hey, do you remember the And I'm like, I'm gonna stop you right there.
I don't.
If you're gonna ask me if I remember something I said on that fucking show, especially from the first like 18 months, there's no fucking way.
But even
My wife has changed her question from "What'd you talk about?" to "How was the podcast?" And I appreciate that because it's like good.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, but that's the barometer we can chase, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's been times where we record the show and we take the headphones off
dickhead.
and whatever, and we go like,
Hey, what's up, buddy?
"Hey, that was a good show."
You're on the show right now,
Oh, no shit.
and we wanted to call and say happy birthday.
Thanks, fellas. I appreciate that. How are you animals?
I can't
Hey,
hear
hey.
him with that dick in his mouth.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take the penis out.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm driving right now. I think trying to get the tuna can out right now might result in an accident. I'm not talking on the road.
I'm not talking to him because he's selling my fucking car, and I'm upset.
Well, why don't you buy
Jess
it?
says he's mad you're selling his car.
Oh, the 740? Yeah, it's okay. He might like the other one I've got sitting in the yard better. It's a 750 IS Sport Executive. Better
No.
than the 740.
I want the long
He
wheelbase.
says no, he wants the long wheelbase. Get your shit together, Lavely. What the fuck?
It is. It is a long wheelbase.
Oh, no, it's the
model
750
up from
IS.
that one.
Yeah.
Same body style, E38.
He's nodding. It's a good sign. Now he's shaking his head. He's sending me mixed signals over here. I don't know.
I think he just told me to steal third.
Anyways, we just wanted to call and say happy birthday because we're talking shit about you.
Oh, outstanding. I fucking love you guys too.
All right, go fuck yourself.
All right. Bye.
All
so there's Jazz. You like to talk shit about certain cars and
Rich
car,
Lavely,
and car
everybody.
owners. I'm going to do a little bit of that too. So John and I visited this country back in 2003.
Yep.
And I swore to myself that I would never own a Mercedes-Benz or a BMW because I'm better than the Iraqi people.
I was gonna say I know which country you're talking about.
And they owned those cars.
Yeah.
And it still stands true today. I'll never own a Mercedes or BMW.
Yeah.
So I'm actually with you. And here's the problem is that as a car, they're fantastic.
That might be true. And the weird thing about it, the Iraqi BMWs and Mercedes is they had cloth seats.
Well, because so in Europe, which is where a lot of those end up,
Yeah, they were
well, in Europe, where a
trimmed
lot of those
down.
cars end up getting pulled from, Mercedes and BMWs are taxi cabs. So they have cloth seats and shit because they just have like a base model
Right.
version of it and they're a taxi. So when they get retired, they end up in absolute shithole countries.
It's because it's like Ford here.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, finding a German brand car in Germany, yeah, they have like base model versions that don't have all the shit
Yeah.
we have here.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
problem
why
is
the
that
fuck would
like
you import the B team? You know what I mean? Like we're gonna import the good shit.
number one selling car in Europe is actually Ford.
But it's probably got leather seats.
It's a Ford Escort.
No, they have like the Mondego and shit over there. They have models we don't even have, but the problem is that like I love Mercedes. I love the way they're built. They're actually first to market with most of the features that we know in any other car. I absolutely love the way Mercedes makes their cars. BMWs are engineering marvels.
And
like,
if you've
they are
ever
built
driven one,
So fucking well.
driving them are wonderful.
But I'm with
Like,
you. Like, I won't drive a BMW in the States because of American BMW drivers. That has nothing to do with the Iraqis. American BMW drivers.
I'm kind of the same way with Porsche.
That's how I am with Lexus.
I don't, yeah.
That's
So
a
Every
Toyota.
fucking Lexus driver.
Well, that's
That's
an
a
old
Toyota.
person.
It is a
car.
Toyota, but it's a
an old person
Toyota with
Toyota.
it's a Toyota with a fucking guy with his head up his ass. All right, and they all drive like cunts. Like I thought it was at first. I thought it was. I was just tripping. I thought like back in the day. This is like back when I lived in California. I was like, why are Lexuses always in front of me and always driving like shit?
No,
Like I honestly have this theory where like there's a call that goes out every time I leave my house. Or like he's on the move. He's on the move.
it
And
used,
every Lexus driver, an old person, just gets in front of
It
me.
used to be the slowest drivers was a Buick driver.
Dude, Buicks were built like tanks, though.
No, I'm
Like,
talking
own
like
the road,
80s
man.
and 90s. I'm talking 90s and 2000s.
Do you know why they were the
Buicks.
slowest drivers?
Because they're old
Because they
people.
weighed more than Dodges. And it didn't matter what
I would take
engine you stuck in those
I
things.
have never seen a Buick besides the Grand National because that one's pretty badass. Go above 55 miles an hour.
I have a
It's
theory.
because they all weigh 11,000 pounds.
that-
It doesn't matter which one it is. They're all 11,000 pounds.
I have a theory that either the Abrams tank was loosely based off a Buick, Skylark, or a Dodge Dynasty. It's one of the two. All right, because these are or a '78 Cougar that was
The
just a steel
Oldsmobile
marble.
Delta 88.
There you go. There you go.
Same class.
Yeah.
The Grand National is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. So I think the car that I will never own is a Volkswagen Passat that's white with orange quarter panels.
Yeah.
Now that one I would own.
No, because I'd be afraid of getting shot.
But
Yeah. You're gonna set off somebody who was there, man.
to drive one around San Antonio.
Imagine being an
would
Uber
be
with one of those.
marvelous.
That would be fucking. I would exclusively use it for Uber. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, I remember when we first got
As soon
in
as they got
country.
in, Shagumagu. See what they say?
We first got in country and we thought we had this Passat just casing us because we didn't know they were taxis at that point.
Oh yeah.
He's fucking back again. We got 50 guns trained on this poor car. The guy's just trying to take some guy to get milk. He's back again. Like, no, it's a different one.
Remember though, there was a time during OAF1 and 03 that like rules of engagement were like taxi cabs are potential threats.
Yeah.
Because they were using them as fucking battering rams, and it was like, all right, shoot them. And when they're like, you got to shoot the cabs. Which ones are those? The orange and white ones. Bro, they
They're
are all
everywhere.
Every car I'm looking at is orange and white, man.
So
even the trucks were fucking orange and white. The fucking Hiluxes were all orange and white.
we were in the 101st, so we air assaulted into Missoula, and then we took an airfield. We weren't in the city.
Cool flex, bro.
It was rural, right? But no. So we landed at the airfield, which the airfield was non-existent. It was
It was a field.
a field,
Regular
Yeah.
field. Yeah.
There was one runway.
that hadn't been used in fucking.
So there was a flatter piece of
Yeah.
sand.
But anyway,
next to
so we
it.
staged there, but that's literally the only thing we saw.
It's like grass growing through blacktop.
And as we're moving into the city, right, we start seeing the orange, but we're looking down a road, and all you can see is like 10 seconds of traffic. So all we're seeing is every now and then this orange and white car, right?
And as we're advancing, it's going on like streets further up.
Yeah.
And,
And this
so
is
it's
like
so-
this is your
wait a
first
minute.
time boots on.
Yeah, like,
as
I'm
you
talking
are,
like first days.
like you've been in for like an hour.
No,
And
this
you just keep seeing this orange
that
and
was
white car.
Najaf.
Yeah, on Najaf.
that was on Najaf.
Yeah,
so
okay.
this is like literally the first whatever. And then once we like emerge into the city, we see thousands
Yeah.
of white and orange cars. And we're like, oh, we made a mistake.
Yeah.
And now you know why they instituted the cultural awareness course that everybody has to go through before they go to country.
They gave us a pamphlet.
They
There's a
did.
book.
right, but so
Yeah,
they
our
used to just
intel
do
was
that.
wildly off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. I still have that book. I should bring it in one day.
Don't
So
go
back
over
then
it.
they would just
Don't
give you that
point-
pamphlet, right?
Don't
And then,
point at people because it's like flipping them off over there. Like, no.
The whole time, you get over here.
It's not true.
but so they used to do the pamphlet, and then of course every grunt just went thanks,
I read it.
and then like
I was
stuck it in
like,
the
this
pocket, and that was
doesn't-
the end of it.
I read it. It was wrong.
Ours was the whole thing was
That's
ours
hard.
was like a 3x6 pamphlet.
Yeah.
That was like 10 pages.
It was a
It had
Cam,
nothing.
it was a Cam Pam.
Yeah.
I can't remember the number, but it's Fort Campbell pamphlet.
Yeah.
Is what it stood for.
So now that's actually why they now do like classroom sessions for cultural awareness courses and stuff like that. And you have to sit through them
Yeah, you have to do country briefs.
Yep.
Because if not, like you're
because it's shit like that where you go like, I think this car's casing us, and it's
You're
like,
welcome.
oh no, wait.
well, like, and how
before
many
then, nobody
how
had
many
been
dudes
there.
did you see like when they were talking? You probably saw it all the time, like where you would go and talk to a Muslim and you would shake their hand, and then they were like, you need to like hold their other hand and be like and look them in the eye and all this, and like
no, you don't.
they'd be like, hey, how are you? And they'd pull you close. And then the fucking and then like the sheikh would be like, why the fuck is this guy holding my hand like this? I'd be like, because they told us to. They told us that that's how you guys.
Yep. The
you know,
problem is,
like-
what you were doing is you were actually using your unclean hand to embrace him even further.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Because
they're
you're
like,
not supposed to use your left hand.
and they're like, what the fuck, man? Like, yeah, it was. Yeah, it
One of
was-
my favorite ones though was you're not supposed to show them the bottom of your feet.
So it's not that you. Yes, you're not supposed to walk up and like purposely do it, but so that whole like learn how to sit down without showing
Yeah.
your feet because you're
So
sitting on the.
we would go into
It's
some
a
houses.
purposeful doing it,
We would
which
go,
is
we would go into some houses, and I knew this guy was a piece of shit, and I'd sit down and be like,
So, dude.
so. For those of you that have never sat through one of those courses or seen it, when they tore down that statue of Saddam,
That's
and
why
there's
they're
that
all.
dude that
everybody's
climbed up there
beating
with his
with their-
flip flops and
Yep.
is hitting him with the bottom. That's the reason.
That's why
It's
that
not
dude
a-
threw the flip flop at George Bush in a
Yeah.
press conference.
Yes, it's that's the reason.
2 of them, and he dodged them like a champion.
He did.
He did.
Better at dodgeball than I am. I'll tell you that. Fuck.
My still favorite version of that like whole press conference thing was Reagan when that balloon
Oh,
popped
yeah.
and he just went
Missed me.
missed. I know, I was like,
Missed me. Reagan was a G. Dude. After he got shot, he was like, "Fuck you." Try again, bitch.
My personal favorite is Bush giving the heartfelt speech about invading, and then he ends it with, "Now watch this drive." Because back then they didn't know that memes were coming, and that man, I'm confident in about 10 to 15 years, he's just going to be known as that guy from that golfing meme. That's
Yeah. Did you guys see that he was giving a speech and he was talking he blundered his words and he was like talking about Ukraine, but he said he accidentally said Iraq.
Biden?
No,
Oh.
Bush.
Oh.
George O.W. was talking and he goes
I did
and he
see that
says and he's like unlawful wars in Iraq and he goes, I mean Ukraine. He goes, well, and like all but just fucking admitted it. And we were like, and I was like, bruh, I went there I have a piece in me from that fucking country still, man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Well,
whether it was him or
to be
somebody else,
fair,
it
that-
still would have happened.
To be fair, it was more Cheney than him.
To be fair, that piece in your arm's probably Russian.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's aluminum, whatever it is, because I can get MRIs. It doesn't fuck with it. So, yeah, a little white spot on a X-ray, but meh. I don't know.
At least you're not magnetic.
True.
Oh, however, that'd be a cool party trick.
So my hand, when I had the shrapnel in my hand, and it was between these two fucking finger joints, right, for like a year and a half, and that one I could fucking like stick a magnet to.
It is so unfortunate you did not have the new iPhones because you could have been like,
Yeah, yeah, like I fucking just, that one was weird though, and like it would fucking tug, and it felt real weird.
Yeah.
Like I can move it with like a rare earth magnet, something stronger. I
Yeah.
could like feel it fucking moving a little bit, and it kind of felt like, you know, how your knees feel when it gets cold.
Yeah.
And I say that to you, get three, because you definitely know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Right? Like that's what it felt like, but between my joints.
Oh, gotcha.
It was weird. And then once they took it out, I was like, oh, it's all good. You know.
So
but-
speaking of more modern cultural insensitivity, have you guys been paying attention to anything that's going on at the World Cup?
oh, yes.
no,
so
because
a
I don't
bunch-
want to watch fucking dudes sprint for
No,
90
no,
minutes.
No,
and
no,
then
no.
no
Has
one
nothing to
win.
do with the sport. Has nothing to do with the sport.
Don't
So
give a shit.
bunch of the English fans showed up to Qatar to watch the World Cup, and these motherfuckers showed up dressed as Templars. They showed up dressed in full crusade everything. So walked into one of the most powerful Muslim countries on the planet dressed as crusaders. And then magically, 2 days later, some 68-year-old Englishman died of natural causes in Qatar. And then a bunch of them broke into a, what was it? $680 million Sheikh's palace.
Huh.
And then Qatar had to release a press release that said, you will go to jail if you continue to bring cocaine to the stadium. I was like, what the fuck is going on at the World Cup? Like,
So, well, this is what happens when they tell you can't have booze.
You know, one of the
Hey,
interesting
man.
things that I've saw that's going on with the World Cup was some guy tried to get into the stadium, and he was wearing like a gay pride shirt.
Yeah.
And it was like a rainbow shirt and, you know, supportive or whatever.
Maybe he just liked rainbows.
And they were like, no, you either have to change your shirt or you can't come in. And so I guess he went on fucking Twitter or social media somewhere and, you know, was like, I can't believe they didn't let me in and blah, blah, blah. And some of the comments,
You can't believe?
well, no, some of the comments that I saw were like, it kind of changed my thought process on it, because essentially they were like, in the Western world, if that's your issue, you can have that issue and you can fight for that issue.
Yeah.
But in our world, that's not how it works.
You can go fuck yourself.
I
Real
mean,
quick.
you need to keep in mind that those countries, they're not democracies.
No.
Like, they have royal families, like, and they are a religious-based autocracy.
Doesn't Qatar have a fucking sultan?
They have a king.
Of swing.
Well, of SWAT. The Sultan of SWAT.
Sultan of
sir.
Swing is a song. Sultan of SWAT is
Babe Ruth.
is Babe Ruth.
But it might have been the same
But
person.
that is a religious-based autocracy. They have
So
a king.
how did it
They have sheikhs.
How did it change your mind?
because it made me look at it from their point of view and being like, you Westerners are trying to come over here with your beliefs,
Right.
and you have no idea about our culture, customs, or courtesies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're trying to instill yours on us, where like we don't give a fuck.
That's what democracy does best.
You know, and like it was interesting because it's like, okay, so the World Cup is in this country that is completely opposite, where the almost entire fan base of soccer, because I'm from the Western world,
Yeah, we all know what
It's
you're
soccer.
talking about.
Yeah.
you know, the majority of the fan base is from the Western world, but they're hosting it in a country. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of fans in the Middle East and the not Western world.
It
that
is the
believe in
most
football.
popular sport in
It
the
is.
world. Like it's, and there's no denying that it is the most popular sport.
There's
in the
not,
world.
but these people that are going there and they think that they have this platform to stand on. They think
You
that
don't.
they have this, the holier than thou.
I'm going
like,
to make a Twitter post.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's just like, dude,
Let me tell you how much that's going to do
you
for
have
the
no
fucking
idea where
government
you're
there.
at. Like that, those countries are like 150 years behind the rest of the world.
What's
and
amazing
you can't change that.
But
Yeah.
what's amazing about it is
What's the date in Afghanistan right now? Look up the Afghani date.
46.
They're in the 1400s. They don't go
because
off the
they base their
Gregorian
calendar off the birth of Muhammad.
Yeah,
So
like
that's
so,
their-
like,
how
you
their
know, like
calendar
what is
works,
the
but
what's the date in Afghanistan today?
Don't know that relates to where they are.
It doesn't.
It doesn't, but they refuse to go off Western ideology.
Yeah.
You're talking about the difference between a governmental calendar and the religious calendar, and those are two separate things.
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
you can look at the Russian Orthodox, and they don't run on our calendar either, and that has nothing to do with anything
Yeah.
other than they have their own religious calendar.
Yeah, but
Technically speaking, the Gregorian
calendar
calendar is
So,
also a religious
Are
calendar.
you talking about the Hijri Shamshi?
maybe.
Because that is, it just went from 1401 to 1444.
Yeah, their years are different.
Fuck,
So-
they can't even count.
Makes
But-
sense.
A
I don't
lot
see
of
the
it,
1400s still. Yeah,
what I find interesting about those statements, and like this guy that wore this rainbow T-shirt and stuff like that, is you have all of the information available to you on the planet.
Yeah.
But somehow the American mindset or even the Western world mindset is still so fucking isolated that you have no idea how the rest of the world works.
the fucking fear bubble, bro.
Well, typically I can agree that it's like the American mindset, and it's based off of like
Was this an American guy?
false hope. No, I think it's from somewhere in Europe. I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly, but it's based on like false hope and I don't even know the word I'm trying to look for.
You know what it is? This is what it is, dude. You know how people talk about white privilege?
Yeah.
I don't believe
It's Western privilege.
it's Western privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
It's American privilege. If
No.
you were born in America,
Well, this guy wasn't an
you've-
American, right? But he still came from a Western country
Yeah.
Exactly.
and went into
And what,
And-
what people don't realize is that if you're born in one of these in a Western country, you've won a genetic lottery. As far, you were born with a certain semblance of privilege. You've been to Africa. You can speak very firsthand on this.
Yes.
You've seen people who have lost that lottery. As have I. As has he. As has he. You know,
I mean,
like
one of the countries I went to there was literally funded by Gaddafi.
yeah. Well, you were literally shooting a documentary about eyeglasses for these people.
Yeah,
For
how we
children.
have 7 billion people and 6 billion don't have the ability just to get an eye exam, let alone
right?
corrective eyewear. But
Right.
Real
Like,
quick, guys, there were two guys and they're from Germany. Is what
Okay.
I'm saying. Yeah.
So there you go. Like a Western
and
civilized
Germany
country.
should fucking know better than trying to inflict its fucking beliefs onto some other country.
Yeah,
That
how
shit
the-
has not worked out for them a
They tried
couple
that
of times
twice. It
now.
didn't work either time.
You know what hurts worse than not being let into the World Cup in an Eastern country because you're wearing a gay pride flag? Is finding out that every Thursday they're all closet fags anyway.
Do you know what I actually?
mean? And
you
but
know what
yet
I-
it's illegal except
I-
on Thursdays.
I,
It's
I
just-
got
oh
this.
my
I got
God.
this one real quick
Oh
for you
my
guys.
God.
Justin redacted, so you can pull that.
While John's going to get that, I will say I saw another story that a bunch of these teams at the World
I
Cup.
love when John gets excited like that.
But a bunch of these teams at the World Cup had like rainbow jerseys, and a bunch of them were going to wear armbands, and they were like, "We're going to push our message." And
Yeah,
Qatar
so
was
they-
like, "That's real fucking cute. If you wear that shit to the field, you will not play, and you will be disqualified."
Yeah.
And they were just like, we're just gonna take that off real quick.
They backed down
Did you
real
see-
fast, didn't they?
Immediately.
The best part of all of this is China. China fuzzed out the crowd
You can't read anything
so
else,
that
but that's
the
who it's
Chinese
from.
people wouldn't see that the rest of the world is not wearing masks.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So if you watched the soccer games in China, all of the crowd would have been blurred out.
Boys, you want to take
see-
a little quiz?
Actually, did you see what's going on in China too?
Yeah. All the
So-
protests.
All those protests that are going on because there was so they still have like those indentured servitude cities
Yeah.
where it's like 200,000 people live in the city, but they all work at the same factory. And,
Yeah.
and the big one right now is the number one producer of iPhones.
I was gonna say, who
The
do you think
number
made
one-
your iPhone?
I'm well aware where my phone is made.
Yeah.
But this factory was the number one producer of iPhones in the world. And they were going to lock it down because of this zero COVID policy that they have in China. So they were going to lock this thing down where nobody could leave this factory. And in like 10 days, 150,000 people just dipped. But they threw all their shit in trash bags and just threw it out in the middle. And now there's this huge protest and shit going on about the step over. And these people are like, we haven't seen this since 1989. I was like, yep. And they squished you with tanks. And your government hasn't fucking changed. Like, so
Yep, they didn't give a fuck then.
I hate to tell you
I would
this,
bet
but
folding money. They don't give a fuck now.
you showing up with a poster board or an armband ain't going to change it. Like, some
No.
of these countries are at the point where it is either going to be violence fixes it or it's not going to change.
I love it when Lola spazzes out.
She's
and
got
Ki-
the zoomies.
And Kira's about to put a fucking whipping on her, dude.
And now
you can tell,
Freya
like,
can't figure out what she's supposed to do.
like Kira looks at her, but Kira's got human eyes, and she's like, "I'm about to fuck you up.
Right.
Like, you better not stop fucking with old lady strength."
So I got a quiz for you guys.
Okay.
Okay. So
Come with more choice.
my sister, it is, and I'll read the whole thing for you. So my sister got this in the mail,
Why is she laughing?
and I don't know. She doesn't know why she got it. I don't know why she got it, but it's from the Independent Women's Forum.
Is this a gala poll?
That's because she's a strong, independent woman who don't need no man.
Right? And so here, let's do. So I have quiz 3 and quiz 4. Let's do quiz 3 first. It says that the title of it is, "How much do you know about sex and gender?"
Jesus Christ, I'm going to take a piss.
No, this is good.
He's going to go check.
I know, right?
He can't remember.
He's gonna double check. Just be like, "What? Yep, yep, yep."
So there's 6 questions. The first question, number 1. Okay, and it's multiple choice. So I'm going to read the question. I'm going to read the answers and let you guys pick. Question 1: A woman is.
I wish I had my fucking pit vipers because I would answer this as Thad McCoy right now, and it would be amazing.
A human being without a penis. B, an adult human female. C, an adult who wears makeup and dresses. D, anyone who, like Shania Twain, feels like a woman. And there's an answer key. There's an answer key too.
I bet there is.
Yep. The correct answer is B.
I was going to say, the answer is B
A
by
woman-
every definition.
A woman is an adult human female. A female is a biological sex that produces ova or eggs.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So this is a woke answer. I was anticipating.
Yeah, I didn't know where this was going.
Let's
Yeah.
go question number 2. True or
Okay.
false? The word gender is a synonym for sex. A, true. B, false.
It's a contextual synonym.
The answer is B, which is false. Sex and gender are not synonymous and should not be used interchangeably. Sex is an objective biological trait determined by chromosomes. Gender is a word that refers to cultural or attitudinal characteristics as opposed to physical characteristics of males and females.
This is one of those rules that they made up in the last 10 years.
That doesn't apply. It's a contextual synonym.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a Wikipedia.
So depending
definition.
on where you're using the term, they can be synonymous. However, I am not going to say, "Hey, Mikey, you want to go home and have some dirty gender?" Like it doesn't fucking. It's not how that fucking works, right? It like,
My answer is yes.
but it's a contextual synonym because you can also fill stuff out that says like sex and it's got a little M and a little F and you get to circle one.
That's what I always.
can also
I
put-
always wrote in yes, please.
Right. Every fucking time. Or you can
Often.
put gender and put a little M and a little F and you circle one. Like, but it's a contextual synonym.
agree.
Question 3. How many sexes are there? A, 3, male, female, and intersex. B, an infinite number. C, 2, male and female.
Well, that depends on the contextual synonym that you're trying to push in there. Because
No,
you're
no,
asking me how many genders there are or how many sexes there
It's
are.
sexes.
So 2.
The answer is C. There are 2 sexes, male and female. I won't go to the rest of the details what they say because the
limit does not exist.
question 4 is which of the following statements is true?
What about Hermes?
Maybe.
That's intersex, right?
No. I don't think.
The guy with wings on his feet?
No, hermaphrodites, which is a legitimate thing.
Oh.
Which is that's a legitimate scientific thing.
If you are hermaphroditic but still have the ability to produce, if you have what did it say? The eggs from an ovary or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it was?
Yep.
Then you're a female.
Yeah.
You're just a female that can use a urinal.
You're a chick with a dick.
What is with your audio right now?
Oh, it's somebody's beard rubbing or what?
No.
That sounds like wind.
Yeah, that's fucking weird,
I
man.
don't know what that is. Weird.
Well, either way.
It goes in the machine. Lift your
Where
mic.
is that? Number 4.
No, not that far. Just to where your face is actually in it. There
Number
you go.
5. A male who identifies as a woman is A, a woman. B, a trans woman. C, a woman with a penis. Or D, none of the above.
Does that actually say a woman with a penis?
A woman with a penis.
That's a man with tits.
What was that? Question 5. Answer is D. A male who identifies as a woman is just that, a male who thinks he's a woman. or a male that feels like he is more feminine than masculine.
Shania Twain.
That was
This-
the answer D in question number 1.
So this pamphlet keeps going back and forth between fucking
No. What this is,
like
Mikey,
normal and woke.
This is women standing up for women.
Maybe.
it kind of
It is the Independent Women's Forum
Yes.
or whatever,
Yeah.
right? So, it's probably women
ladies,
going
ladies,
Yeah, ladies.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
ladies.
no.
Because
no,
this sounds like women that are going like, hey, fuck you.
You know what?
don't just
Enough
get to
is
like,
fucking enough.
no,
Yeah.
here's where it gets weird.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Oh.
Just now?
oh wait, there's more.
But wait, there's
Have you
more.
read
Hi,
this?
I'm Billy Mays.
Billy Mays here for the whatever.
You're gonna love my nuts. Question number 6. Why is Iran, a relatively repressive country, a hub for sex reassignment surgery?
Ooh.
A,
Because we've established
Hold on.
that we don't like chicks with dicks. We like dudes with tits.
multiple choice, and they're great. A new, younger, more open-minded regime celebrates LGBTQ plus
Does that
rights.
say
That-
regime?
that ain't it.
Let's go ahead and knock that one.
That's a hard pass on that one.
B, people from various countries want to do
Nope.
their transitions far away for privacy.
Nope.
That ain't it.
Or C, Iran, a country in which homosexuality is illegal, encourages gays and lesbian people to transition.
That would actually make sense.
Ah, yes.
D,
Answer is
none of
C.
the above.
Yeah, I would say
Iran,
C.
a country. The Iranian government.
You know why?
Not, hold
You know
on.
why? Because it's way easier to justify Thursdays if she's got tits.
Well, like I just said, it's a dude with tits, right? So,
That takes all the fun out of their Thursdays.
but are you talking about, are these Iranians that are leaving, having reassignment surgery and going back? Because I'm telling you that surgery isn't happening in Iran.
Right here, the Iranian government not only encourages but subsidizes
No
sex
fucking
reassignment
way.
surgery. Many young gay and lesbian people are presumed to assume new transgender identities, which are more socially acceptable than homosexuality, which is illegal.
Huh.
That's some loophole
Some
shit.
gay and lesbian commentators in the U.S. fear
Sounds like
a
every religion
similar
ever.
social path here, encouraging homosexual youth to instead become transgender.
I have
You
a
know what-
legit question.
Go ahead.
So I understand how sex transition surgery works for a male that wants to become a female. If you're a female, do they sew one on? How does that?
I
You
don't-
ever seen that trick where like you've
Shop
taken
back.
a glove off and you can't get the finger back out, so you just take it and you blow real hard into the palm and it pops the finger back out? It's a lot like that.
that
They just put a plunger over the mouth and they go.
it's not the mouth though.
Yeah.
Well, they put you on hormones.
Yeah, but then you let
Yeah, but you don't grow a
naturally
dick.
grow one.
Well, so I only know this because I watched. What was that? What was
What's Google say, Justin?
Do you remember when
I
China?
don't
Go ahead, Google it, sir.
I
Let him
don't
read
wanna.
Come on.
Do you remember the wrestler China who died?
Oh yeah.
Did you ever see the porno she made?
Yeah.
That's how.
You know what? Fucking facts.
I
That's how.
I don't think she was ever a woman though.
She was, but according to that clit, that was fucking would probably put some of us to shame. Like it was a whole lot of steroids. Whole lot of steroids
right,
made
Justin.
that thing grow like a pinky.
Justin, please.
I'm gonna need another round.
Please
All
This
right.
is-
So
Jesus.
from what I'm reading, for individuals transitioning from female to male, transgender men, medical treatment includes hormone therapy with testosterone. Gender affirming surgery includes chest surgery such as mastectomy
Yeah.
and I shit you not, genital or bottom surgery such as hysterectomy, oophorectomy.
Overrectomy? Is it oof or ove? We
It's
we
it
literally
is-
have a
oof.
medical professional in the crowd.
It's oof, right?
Oof?
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it right.
It's a big oof.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
That's because it's because the doctor who accidentally did it once was like, oof.
What'd you just do a surgery that I did an oophorectomy, bro? You know what I mean?
Oof. I think I fucked something up. Oof.
And then a vaginectomy, and that's all it's saying.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but-
have to do some more diving.
What's a
there.
vaginectomy?
Careful diving, bro.
They just rip that shit out. They just,
Deep dive.
Yeah, but they have, like,
it's an engine swap, dude.
do they sew
It's an
something?
LS swap.
It's an LS swap.
Just getting LS swapped. That's all it is. Don't worry about it.
That's the definition
That-
of doing an LS swap and a
that's it.
Fiero.
All right. I have a good dive. I have
Hold
a
on.
follow
I'm
on.
trademarking this shit right now. I want the app that's like fucking bottom swap. And it's like, do you have a dick you don't want to use anymore? Let me know. Because I'm looking to fucking
All right.
LS swap this
I
shit.
have a follow on question.
Okay.
Is it
Just-
more or less gay to fuck a female that used to be a man, or to get fucked by a female who is now a man?
Scott's out here
Does-
asking the hard hitting questions.
Do you know either? In
Yes,
either
you have to
scenario?
know in advance, but which
Okay,
one is
so
less
are you gonna
gay?
bang a dude that's now a chick or bang a chick that's now a dude?
No, let the
Yes.
chick that's now a dude bang you.
Do they sew the vagina
That's
up?
I'm asking this question. I don't.
Are you
They don't leave it there.
are you
'Cause-
taking a dick?
They don't have balls.
Yes. Do they give?
No.
Yes.
When you're fucking the chick that's now a dude, are you taking a dick?
Is it actually a dick? And yes, you're taking it.
If you were taking a dick-shaped object into an orifice, that's gay.
But it used to be. It's less gay than having the former man.
So is
Than
it gay?
fucking the former
Okay.
man.
Okay.
See where I'm going with this?
Follow on to yours. Is it gay if a chick pegs you?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Learned a
dude.
lot about Scott this episode.
I don't know.
If,
We need to
if,
get Michelle on the phone.
Maybe we don't.
Michelle, you got a chance.
how big is y'all's shower?
No, if you're getting pegged
Big
by a
enough to
dude,
start in.
that's gay.
It's
If you're getting
definitely
pegged by a dude,
No,
that's called
getting-
butt fucking.
I am not bad enough to
getting
pass that
pegged by a
bottle down
chick is definitely not as straight as just having sex with a chick.
I will agree 100% with that
All right,
statement.
I just want to make sure we're at least all on the same page with that one.
I'll
Yeah.
give you like it's not as straight. It's a wobbly arrow.
It's got a slight curve to the left.
We're learning a lot about Justin right now too.
But
Because that
guys-
sounds like one of those. Hey, could you let me know? It's not as gay if I let her peck me, right? Like it's not a,
I'm gonna
As
put
long as she's not, as long as it's not left next to the toothbrush, it's probably okay.
I'm gonna put it out there that if you let a chick peg you,
you're down
That's
for
gay.
some.
Yeah.
You're down for some shit that you haven't admitted to
like
yourself.
she
yet.
has a strap on and is
That's
putting
like-
it in your butt.
That's like every time I talk about bidets and people are like, "Ugh, water on your butthole." I'm like, bro, if water on your butthole is the fucking line between being gay and straight, I have bad news for you. Actually, I have bad news for your parents. You're already gay, bro. You just haven't admitted it yet.
Maybe it's the first step to pegging.
I
though.
need that bottle. Like y'all are. Jesus.
So, Scott, hit us with the
Oh, you
original
poor
question
boy.
again.
Is it less gay?
Is it less more?
Okay, if you're
Is it Westmoreland?
if you're fucking a former dude who has had transitional surgery
How hot's
and
this
is
dude?
now a female,
How hot's this dude?
say a 6.
Like an LA 6 or a Texas 6.
Or let me finish the question. Or is it less gay to get fucked by a girl who's now a dude who's also a 6?
I'm going to tell you right now, if I had to choose, I would bang the factory made pussy over the factory made dick.
No, the factory-made pussy
That's
bangs
out
you.
of the question. Factory made pussy is gone.
No.
That's not even
You
in
mean
this
the
question.
aftermarket?
You're talking about an organic pussy.
You mean
I'm
the
talking,
aftermarket?
I'm talking about the aftermarket pussy.
Yeah.
The one that got
aftermarket
installed.
pussy's a dick, and it's fucking you in this question.
No, the
No, no, no,
aftermarket
no, no, no.
pussy is.
No, what I'm saying
is
is-
It's an
used
inverted
to be-
penis.
The dude
The
that now
aftermarket
has
dick is.
the dude that has the aftermarket pussy.
I was thinking authenticity.
So
I'm going that way because, like, if I buy a Miata,
that's
and I put it-
This is already the best fucking analogy ever.
so if I
it's
buy,
coming from the former Mini owner. I don't know how you can bring the.
Well, then he's got a
Miata.
fucking inside scoop
Okay,
on
all
this,
right,
man.
continue.
so if I buy a Miata and I put a 5.0 in it, I would rather drive that
Then an F450 with a.
than an F450 that got a
With a
2.0
2-liter?
put on. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is such a good explanation.
It's kind of fair.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Especially if with the chick that has the dick, that's still the original dick.
Push.
Like that's
The
still,
dude that got
No.
the snatch installed is going to want to prove to you that that shit works.
I'm sticking with my original explanation of how all of this works. There's no such thing as chicks with dicks. It's only dudes with tits.
In this question, there's a thing. There's a chick with a dick.
But it's only dudes with tits.
No.
I don't want to answer this. Like this is.
We need a field reporter to go fucking find out.
I'm going 5.0
Not
Miata. Like, that's my final answer.
All right.
I think. Well, so the question is it less gay?
Yes. Which is, yeah.
Which is less gay?
Yeah.
It's going to be less gay to bang the dude that's now a chick.
Yeah, I think that's less
Really?
gay.
I'm also going to
Yeah.
go with I have a higher probability of coming with the dude that now has a pussy than I have with the chick that's now banging me in the ass. So, like,
Especially if she's got like a pinky clit. It's like,
no.
Like,
no, because fact of the matter is that if we could all just walked into the shop and picked what dick we were getting put on, you
Justin-
ain't getting something sensible put in. Like, it's
Can you
just
find
that's my
post-op
question, though.
picture?
Look at his face.
he really doesn't want to.
Might I recommend you go use the work computer and not your personal one.
Yeah.
Scott, I am off the clock right now. So I'm gonna have to hit you with a hard no on this one.
His Google's already on incognito mode.
I literally right now.
Justin's invoking the fair and equal partner on the show clause right now. He's like,
I literally.
you know what, my guy?
I have pulled up right now vaginectomy definition. That's about the most y'all are getting
All
from me.
right. So I'm curious. What is that?
All right, so vaginectomy is a surgery to remove all or part of the vagina. It is one form of treatment for individuals with vaginal cancer or rectal cancer that is used to remove tissue with cancerous cells. It can also be used in gender affirmation surgery.
Okay, they get rid of the vagina, but what do they put there in place of it for a female who wants to become a man?
For
Yeah.
roll up.
Like, do they
It's
have like
inside
a?
out.
Do
Pull
they
it
have a
inside
gel?
out. I wasn't lying.
Is that what it is? They pull it
I
inside
wasn't
out.
lying when I said they pull
So-
it inside out
so they-
because they do the same thing when you get a vagina
So they
installed.
take a uterus. They take her uterus
that
and they
has
pull it
to-
inside out.
Part of the intestines, and they.
That
It's part of
has
the
to look.
intestine.
That has to look hideous.
So you're getting butt fucked by a butthole.
No, just part of a butthole.
No, it's a
Your lower
vagina.
intestines.
You're getting butt fucked by a butthole.
No.
But it's the
a
same
vagina.
thing. It's the same thing when you
It
get
would look
inverted.
backwards if they use the butthole. It'd be-
Well, she just said they take part of the intestine.
It's part of the intestine.
well, there's a small intestine, which is not the butthole.
It's not the butthole.
Yeah, but they're not going to do a fucking appendectomy or whatever the fuck. They're not going to cut out part of the
How
fucking.
did your appendix become part of this?
It's a small appendage that isn't useful. I'm assuming that's like a new female dick.
I'd like my gallbladder in place of my vagina, please.
Yeah, like
I just want to go on record. I'm a really big fan of the fruit roll up. When Jess said fruit roll, I just pictured pants coming off in a foot.
As all the fun shapes on it.
It's got the little pizza toppings you pop out.
It's like, what is it, a brontosaurus?
This is the coolest thing I ever got to play with.
Why is it rainbow? What is this?
Mike, you know why it's rainbow.
I'm not gay, but this dick tastes like fruit punch.
I bet a fruit roll up would make a really fun condom though.
I mean, that's what they make edible underwear out of.
Yeah.
It's essentially fruit roll up.
Yeah, but it's bad fruit roll up.
It's not even good. Yeah,
No.
it's like fruit roll ups from the 80s.
That's like any of those people that have ever bought those like real fruit roll ups. Fuck you.
Oh, the fucking leather.
Where you see the seeds and
Yeah,
shit.
it's
in it.
fucking leather,
it's
man. It's like fuck you.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I can make this in my food dehydrator too. And it tastes equally as shit.
I just laughed so hard I'm sweating.
That's a big oof, buddy.
I'm sweating because this might be the episode that gets us fucking.
This might be the one. This might be the one.
Hey, we're asking genuine questions.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm naive.
And remember,
I don't
everyone,
know.
yeah, we're coming at this
Look,
from a fucking
if you're
state of
gonna-
ignorance.
no,
we don't know.
It's whatever happened to that one dude that was actually willing to come on here and ask questions?
We never
answer
heard back
questions
from
and
him.
shit, so-
Yeah, I threw out the invite and he
But my point with that is that like if I could have that conversation to actually gain the knowledge, I'd love to. Like I'd love to actually. I don't really give a fuck one way or the other.
I have a feeling there's way more guys that want to become women than there are women who want to become guys.
No, fuck that.
Like they would actually go through a surgery.
I think you'd be surprised.
No,
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
So
Maybe
what-
it's just me, but I'm telling you right now.
I think women just prefer to be fucking lesbians than to fucking
Why
do the
wouldn't
whole
you?
on.
First
right?
off,
like
yes.
that I understand.
But here's the thing. If they're now a dude,
yeah,
the general population probably, and I'm assuming because I don't fucking know,
yeah.
the general population of women probably like men more than they like women. So
Look-
if that chick was a lesbian for a while and was like, you know what, like I might have better odds.
The
And
fact
like I
of the
said,
matter
I don't
is that
fucking know.
if you had to
I'm
choose-
speaking
maybe.
from
if
a
you had to
dumb male
choose the
brain.
two lifestyles, becoming a dude, your life is just easier. Women's lives fucking suck.
Really?
Look, take a step back and look at the big fucking picture. It's hard to be a chick. It's just fucking hard. Your sister is a medical professional.
Yeah.
I have utter faith that she is fantastic at her fucking job.
Mhm.
I guarantee you she has had male peer group that has accelerated their career faster than she has. It's just fucking hard to be a chick. They just have to work harder at fucking everything. I've seen it with my wife. She's had male counterparts within her profession.
They definitely have to work harder at swimming. And
So, but my wife has had male counterparts in her profession that have accelerated their career, their pay structure, their everything faster than she does. And it's because whether we like it or not, men still have a good old boys thing, and we don't apologize for shit. A dude will fuck over a chick every time in the real world and not once even bat an eye to it.
I don't know.
I don't know if I
believe that.
agree.
Really?
With that,
Then
man.
why are there
Okay.
why is there shit like this getting mailed out
That's
for
from
women
also
actually standing
the-
out for other fucking women?
That's from women.
because it's easier to be a fucking dude.
When is the last time any of us has been in corporate America?
I have never worked with a woman
Last
in
year.
so long.
Technically.
Was it visible?
I don't.
Buddy, I'm going to need you to think long and hard about that answer.
So I hear what you're saying.
I would have a tendency
But-
to favor a woman,
But look, let's
but that might be.
I'm not talking about
unfair
your personal
too.
perspective. I'm talking about look at the big picture.
let's look at industry.
So I'm looking at what I know, right?
Yep.
And what I know, like I know military, for instance, right? I would bet fucking folding money that female service members, by and large, on a large scale capacity, not there obviously there are individual cases that differ, all right, but on a large scale capacity, have it easier than male service members.
I think they make rank easier to a ceiling, but then once you get to a certain rank, I bet it's harder.
Yeah. How many female command sergeant majors you ever met?
Yeah, there's
Well, I
not a lot.
don't know very many command sergeant majors because we don't have those. But
Okay. Whether you know them
but I
or-
know a lot of female sergeant
Some
majors.
say tomato, some say mind your fucking business.
Like,
Yeah.
like, I know a
there's-
lot of female sergeant majors. I
there's
know a lot of
very-
female officers. I know a lot of female warrant officers.
there's
I know
a
a lot
lot-
of female.
Do you know more
fucking-
male?
There's a lot fewer.
Yeah, but there's more male.
there's a lot fewer generals that are female. I'm sure.
But
Yeah,
look
sure.
at look at
Look
some
at how
industries.
big a deal we made on the fact that we had a female run for president. Qualifications aside, but how much we lost our shit that there was a female running for president.
In a good or bad way.
Either way. It doesn't
Well,
fucking
don't
matter.
be wrong.
Like, either side of it.
She was qualified to be the
Hmm.
president. Her resume says president. She's just a psychopath.
She's not even the only one that's tried for it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is
She,
it-
well, she's the
but
only
it's
one
not
on the
gonna
ballot,
happen.
though.
I mean, and we still haven't had one.
I really hope that we do have a female president.
However,
No, me
going back to
I don't give a fuck who the president is, as long as they're qualified to do the job.
No, just so we can be like, look, you can't do the fucking job either.
Yeah, but do you know what?
Going-
You know what joke we've never made about the president because they've all been male? Well, there's that one weekend a month where we'd have to tape down that big red button because she's just going to get pissed off and fucking send those
Yeah.
nukes wherever the fuck they
But
want to.
that's
they're
low
age,
hanging.
they don't
have
that's
it
low hanging
anymore.
fruit.
But we don't make those jokes about the dude. Like, we just don't.
Trump definitely had a period.
Trump.
Yeah, about a 4-year-long one, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah, well,
But no, going back to males have it easier. I'll argue that point a little bit. I can't go on OnlyFans and make hundreds of thousands
So
of dollars.
that was my initial.
Oh, so in
that
the
was
last 24 months,
So-
they've gotten an outlet to be able to make that level
no,
of
but
money?
this is my initial response to your question.
And by the way,
was-
that Tony dude fucking started one in the first month he was open, made $250,000.
So-
I'm not up. I'm not up.
I
On
was
my
I was
male-
going to say that there is a
OnlyFans.
Oh,
difference.
you need to
I'm
be
just
up
saying-
on him.
that dude is fucking psychotic.
Yeah, he is.
So attractive
I love you, Mikey, but I got
women have it easier.
Yeah. Well, they might. Yeah.
But then again, attractive people have it easier.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there is a such thing. Like I don't believe in white privilege.
If-
I 100% believe in attractive privilege.
If my wife and I got a divorce right now,
No, you're fucked.
and our goal was to remarry somebody wealthy and not ever have to do anything in our life
Yeah,
again,
she's gonna do it.
it would not be me.
Yeah, it's not you. No, you're gonna need to make millions to have a hot wife.
You didn't go down the road of this question at all.
No, I agree with you.
I couldn't.
I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you on the question.
Mikey, what did Scott do to piss you off,
Right?
bro?
Nothing.
I have
Why
a
you
house.
gotta pick on Scott
Dude,
so much?
I'm in the same fucking boat, man.
Mikey, neither one of us make millions, but yeah, we have hot wives.
Luck of the draw, man. Sunshine.
Dude, I'm going to tell
Well,
you.
We got them
both of us
early.
got 'em when we were young. Yes.
I got mine later, and
to
I'm telling you right now, if we
remarry-
got divorced, my ass be living in my truck because she makes all the fucking money. But it, like, actually, come to think of it, my truck's in your fucking name. I'd fucking be boned. Like, fucking,
Andrew's leaving this weekend. I got extra room for
I gotta get a spot, by the way.
yeah,
You're
man.
fine.
Fucking, I'll be sleeping on top of the humidor.
We're gonna put hammocks up there.
We should build that into an apartment.
I'm just saying, in the bigger picture, it's in even in the Western world, Eastern world, it doesn't fucking matter.
I'm saying,
We still live in a man's world.
but I'm saying pretty people have it easier.
Oh, sure.
That's
But we're not
the thing.
But the thing is that you're talking about 5%.
Sure.
I'm talking about.
Because there's a lot of
I'm
ugly
talking
fucks
about
out there.
big fucking picture. Men have it fucking easier. If you had to pick, if you had to go like fuck this gender, I'm leaving. Female to male, your life just got easier.
I believe that there are certain industries that are female dominated.
Because you know what most dudes are going to do?
I believe that women won the battle of the sexes, though.
But do you know what most dudes are going to do for a chick that becomes a dude? They're going to give them a shot and be like, cool, keep up. But a dude that becomes a female, 50% of the population just went like, no.
No, a dude
Couldn't
that
hack it in our world, huh?
No, you're wrong. A dude that becomes a female becomes woman of the year, is the best swimmer ever,
or wins beauty contests.
wins beauty.
Speaking of which,
contests.
you see that fucking thing?
Oh, we talked about it. when
What
you were
the
gone.
fuck? Dude.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
So Caitlin did some Googling and found out that women transition to men 2 to 1 as opposed to the opposite.
I
So
thought it-
more women are transitioning to male
Yep.
2 to 1.
So I would actually
More women.
More women are
I would like to-
transitioning
Oh my
now.
god, I had
I would
no
like
idea.
I would like to speak
Wow.
to. I have a really good friend of
The
mine,
manager.
and she just she just got married to her lovely wife, and they're very healthy and happy. But she has always been very androgynous. You know,
Sure.
dresses like a dude. Would love that flannel type of shit.
Do you know where this flannel's from?
Attractive girl, very very attractive chick, but is very androgynous, right? Like cuts her hair short and has always been like that, right? Like, and she's a Marine veteran. She's fucking cool as shit. She's one of my best friends. Like I fucking adore this girl.
That
But
makes more sense now.
but I would like to hear her opinion on this because she's obviously in the know on that. So I think I'm gonna do a little market research.
right,
I'm
'Cause
gonna reach out and ask.
I
Like,
stand by the theory
I
that
know a lot
every
of-
Marine is a lesbian.
I know a lot of lesbians.
You know what, dude? I'm not even gonna fucking refute that fact.
All of them.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I don't
Every
give a
single
fuck
one.
what your med file says. Every single one of them is a lesbian.
And all the females are way better at it.
Yep.
Like, you know what's funny? Because like even chicks that I knew that were fucking dudes when I was in are now married to chicks, and they're still in. Like they're fuck. One of the fucking
Best thing that ever
one of
happened to the
most
core.
hardcore jarheads I've ever fucking met.
The best thing to ever happen to the core was the repealing of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. like that was the, you know, their recruitment numbers went through the roof. They were,
For female Marines.
hell yeah.
100%. Yeah. That's the only thing. It was like, I love it when like, dude, Marine chicks are hot. I'm like, fucking, where were you?
Have you talked to one
I'm
of
like,
them?
bro, they look like me without a beard. What
It's
are you
not-
fucking talking
it
about?
might just be the uniform, but have you talked to one of them?
Well, yeah.
You've spoken to Mikey. They're all, that's it.
Female Marine?
Well, you know Jules?
That's why I'm saying. Have you talked to one of them?
Yeah.
Like,
they are fucking filthy.
You might think they're hot, and then they open their mouth, and you're like, oh,
Oh, you're a dirty one.
Oh.
You're filthy.
like I don't
Like-
know if I'm ready for this.
Because a Marine Corps
Like I thought a
female,
lot of this, but maybe I should go with the Navy.
because a Marine Corps
Fucking
female
A.
line is they just walked in and be like, hey, you ever had your dick snapped off like a paper towel? And you're like, Jesus fuck. You're like, goodness.
You circumcised because I don't like cheese dicks.
Yeah, right. Like, that's the whole
That's
picture.
a true fucking story, by the way.
That
True
is
fucking
a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't ask to hear it; it was told to me.
No.
I had to listen.
Actually, I told her to tell you that story. I was like, John needs to know that
was
story.
within the first 20 minutes of an 8-hour drive, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Fuck my life,
Dude, the
Now I have
first-
to drive 8 hours back." Also,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. And I love how she starts that story. She's like, yeah, so I'm sucking this dude's dick, right?
And he's not circumcised.
and he's not circumcised. And then it just fucking smelled terrible. And I was like, I broke up with him. And when he asked why, I was like, because your dick stinks. And I don't like cheese dicks. I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, this bitch.
Nope, that's just a Marine.
Right?
But here's the thing. It didn't stop her from giving the blowjob.
Yeah, she fucking soldiered through, bro.
Like fucking Semper Fi, this one's for Chesty.
Yeah, she's like, okay. Yeah. Fucking one for the commandants, one for the corps.
He finishes and be like, and this one's for Chesty.
Guess the corps don't get theirs. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a true story.
God,
She
this
told me it,
podcast
and-
really derailed.
Yeah, this is a gross show. I just feel gross right now.
I think I need to switch our category on like YouTube and shit to science.
You
instead
really
of-
After this conversation, do not pause after switch. You need to fucking just muscle all the way through. You can't be like, after this podcast, I feel like I really need to switch our category to. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Like that's a.
We might be able to get like an LGBTQ like
Ally?
identifier or something. I don't know.
Let people know we're an ally.
Straight up, I would love to have somebody that could come tell me what the fuck I'm wrong
Yeah.
about. Like,
Yeah.
I would
Please.
genuinely like to
Please.
know.
Yeah, like
Teach me.
Yeah, we are very
Like I
open-minded.
said, we're coming at this from a fucking place of ignorance. We
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
You need to keep in mind that 90% of the shit that we say on this fucking show is because this is a comedy show. Go look at our categories. I think we're actually classified as comedy interview.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that, and we're very in our own worlds, and some
Look-
worlds we're not in.
here's what's need to terrify you.
Yeah, like that one.
Yeah, like that one.
I talked about, I had this conversation with Scott and we were talking about the show and I was like, everybody should be scared that on this show, I'm known as the smart one. That should terrify all of you.
Jazz,
I want to know. You know what? Okay.
So when I have to explain you to other people,
Oh, Christ.
this is how I do it. I say Jazz is the smartest guy in the room in any room he goes to. And I'm a firm believer that had your dad not been an active duty Army soldier, you would be working at NASA. But because dad was an airborne guy, you were like, enlisted in the Army. Fuck it.
It's the family business.
Yeah.
It's the family business. It's
Yeah.
both sides.
I'm
Like,
a
it's-
firm believer that you would be Elon's right-hand man at SpaceX had you not fucking had a dad that was an airborne fucking
Believe it or not, when I
infantryman.
was a kid, I actually wanted to be an aeronautical engineer.
I believe you, and
Which
you
is
probably could have done it
quite
because
literally-
you're way too fucking smart to do dick jokes on a mediocre show.
And yet,
But I appreciate you.
Because he's smart enough to build the rocket, but not get in it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, hey Tracy, how many master's degrees do you have? Because you seem to like to shit talk my fucking reading skills. Like, you know.
So I got a bit for the listeners. It brought me up when Jazz said that people think that he's the smartest one on the show.
Believe it or not, I'm actually not the smartest one on the show, but I'll let you guess who it actually is.
I want the listeners.
Going off IQ, yes, you are.
I want the
We'll
listeners.
discuss that offline.
I want the listeners to give their best interpretation of each one of us, of who we are. Like,
Well, like a
if Jazz is-
personality
if
breakdown?
Jazz is the smartest,
Yeah.
what is Mikey? What am I? What is Scott? What is Justin?
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be great.
yes.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Actually, I bet Justin's the smartest one on the show. That would actually
Justin,
make sense.
The title, Who the Fuck Are We?
Oh.
Please.
Well, I don't know if Jess is the
help.
smartest one
I
because
mean-
we put out a Black Fur Day sale.
Justin,
I mean,
I love you,
Einstein couldn't do math, man.
I love you.
Just remember that.
and I would literally bury bodies for you.
Yeah.
You are not the smartest one on the show.
No, you're not going to get an argument from me.
And for that, I'm out.
There is literally nothing on this planet that I wouldn't get done for you.
Now, I bet he's
You're not the smartest guy on this show.
Now, Jazz, I bet he's the smartest one on the show at the given age that he is.
Oh,
Like-
he's way fucking smarter than
So,
I was at that age.
actually,
oh, God.
I had this
How
conversation.
old are you?
25.
25. At 25,
No.
he's
Yeah.
way smarter.
He's way fucking
So-
smart.
Yeah.
So
You're
you-
ahead of the game.
Dude, when you hit 40,
you're just behind the age curve.
bruh.
This is. I actually had a conversation about him the other day,
Oh, fuck.
and what we actually discussed was, at his age,
Ribcage and dick.
he's the wisest guy
Oh,
I've ever met at that age. The
Yeah.
level of wisdom that you carry at your age
Yeah.
is fucking insane.
I actually had this conversation with my wife about you.
Yeah.
Actually, I was like, dude, that kid shit
he's
is
so,
so
fucking
together.
squared away.
Dude, his
He's like
shit
a
is
spo-
so squared away
He's like a
compared to me.
sponge. He
It's-
just
Dude.
absorbs everything.
It's also fucking infuriating because I'm almost 40 and I'm just now getting my shit wired. and he's still ahead of me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Like he's got his own home. Like he's a homeowner.
He's a homeowner.
fucking,
He's
like-
on your what third car that's financed in your name at 25.
Like-
Fourth.
fourth.
Fuck
Yeah. Dude,
To be fair, the first one I ran into the fucking dirt.
like
But-
this motherfucker's got a 401k and shit. Like I didn't get that till I was in my 30s, bro.
Yeah. No, what he has
I
also
still don't have one.
one of the
I
smartest
traded
things
mine
that
for
Oh, I'm
one.
not putting it on anything now.
Mine got cashed out years
yeah, mine's
ago.
gone. But one of the smartest things he ever did, though, and it comes back to that wisdom thing, is that people older than him presented opportunities. He literally did the valuation between current situation and that opportunity and
Mhm.
took the opportunity. And then he's been able to just leverage those opportunities. But that comes
And he learned from his brother's mistakes.
100%. And you know what? I am totally fucking okay with it
Yes.
because along the line, I've been like, I know what you're trying to do. Don't. Like, this is the smart, but I was
You know,
there.
and-
here's like the exact thing.
Some of us here have children.
Yep.
Are we out of Jameson?
Yeah, we killed it.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Some of us
sorry.
here have children that I wish would learn from their parents' mistakes.
I was told at a very young age, learn from my mistakes, and I've just fucking ridden that all the way to here. So
Yeah. Well,
You've done well,
You've
son.
done well.
You've done well.
Well, it's toolbox, right? It's,
so
it's the old
how
toolbox
does it make
idea.
you feel that you're smarter than any one of us were at our given ages?
Wiser.
What? But you're still way stupider than
Spell
all of
Friday.
us sitting here right now.
It's
and you can same 20%.
yeah,
Same.
yeah, same.
Yep.
You could same 20%.
Same it.
The V buttons on the same row is.
They're not next to each other, bro.
I said on the same row. I didn't say
I
next
take
to
it
each
back,
other.
Mike. We have Jameson
I
Orange.
blame it
Nope.
on the autocorrect and not my keyboard.
Yeah.
That's
The
all.
worst part is we all looked at it 100 fucking times.
I did not look at it because you guys are smart enough not to.
Yeah, the spelling. We're just like, hey, does this picture look good? Scott's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. Okay, add words now.
Well, we know Scott's not the smartest one, man. Shit. I'm going to assume that these guys know what they're doing.
No, it's I don't know. I think it's fucking awesome that I have like dudes that are successful in their own lanes, and I just get to
The
fucking
18.
I get to
65
fucking
or whatever year it is.
piggyback off of y'all's success. Like
The 1835 is really good.
y'all
The
have
one right in front's good.
y'all have kind
Keep
of
going. Two
like you
forward.
said, like Scott, you always say you've learned the hard way. You just
Yeah.
never make the mistake twice. I'm lucky enough that I don't have to make the mistake once. I can just
Yeah.
come up to you and be like, "Hey, how did you do this?" You tell me, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, "Cool." Like
And
I,
that's a double-edged sword. I'm not gonna lie, because like I'm so happy that one, we have the age gap that we've had, so I've been
Yeah.
able to make those mistakes before you and been like, no, like do this. But now, like you're surrounded by so many other people
yeah,
that have made that mistake and have been able to been like, this is actually what you need to do. But at the same time, I'm insanely jealous that at your age, I didn't have a group of friends like
Yeah.
this that were
Fucking
like,
seriously.
pump your
Yeah.
brakes, kid. Like
Bro.
fucking like
God, that would have been so
Dude,
nice.
I have fucked up so much.
Yeah. Like it literally took me to like 35 to be like, okay, now I'm gonna get my life together.
Well, I was stunted because I felt like I was pretty smart going into the military, and then I regressed.
that's so
like-
that's the problem.
I regressed for like 10 years, and then
Yeah.
I got out and I was on my own. I did not have a fucking system or support system like this
Right.
where people were teaching me anything.
so the problem
just
Yeah,
had to-
whatever you wanted to know.
I had to fucking wing it.
The problem I had, and I have a feeling you and I have had conversations before.
Yeah.
You and I probably fell victim to the same thing, which was I had just enough knowledge and an exorbitant amount of confidence to go, fuck you, I've got this. And
yeah.
just like walked the fuck
I'm
on
100%.
and then went, oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
On the outside, I'm the most confident guy on the planet.
Bro,
on the inside,
I have never made a mistake.
panic.
I'm like a duck. Calm, cool, collective on the top of the surface,
Yeah.
paddling like a motherfucker
Yeah.
underneath.
Dude, people look at me
and
like,
it's-
Mikey, you got your shit together. I'm like, yeah, dude, fucking A, 100%. I've got this. Blah, blah, blah.
I-
Inside, panic.
It's like every time anybody's ever come to me and be
Anxiety.
like, so I have this situation and I want your opinion. And I'm like, why the fuck are you asking me? You're like,
How old were you when you had your first child?
30.
30. I was 20.
Yeah.
I was 20.
And 29.
I didn't know you had a
29.
900-year-old kid.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was 20.
Yeah.
And
Charlemagne is
so-
actually his first child.
So for me, like I had all the responsibility getting out of the military in
Why'd
the
you
military.
name him Constantine? That's weird, man. Like, that was-
So I mean, it was like I'm jealous of guys that are, single or with no children that are young, because God, you could risk so much, and
But-
there's not
Yeah.
that much
Now,
risk.
dude, that's
There-
why I kept deploying, because I was a single staff sergeant.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I got
But you also
nothing
had
to fucking
control over
lose.
that too. You knew what you were doing deployed.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
the- but
The
on
problem is the
on the-
real world. It's like, I don't know how the fuck this works. It's
So
like,
now
it's just-
perception is everything. So the flip side of that same coin that you were talking about was like when I was mid 20s, 25, 27, and I had friends that were married and had kids. And I looked at their life from the outside
Yeah.
versus how I saw my life from the inside. I was like, fuck, like this dude's the same age as me. And they both have successful careers. They have a family, they have a house, they have kids, they have these cars, they have all this shit. And I'm partying my fucking life away, thinking it's the greatest time in the world, but I don't have a fucking pot to piss in right
yeah,
now.
and
Yeah.
that's the big thing. One of the things I was I'm
Yeah.
really thankful for the fact that I'm so much older than he is. Not that I knew what the fuck I was doing, but what it did do was, so I got the test drive,
Yeah.
right? So I
Yeah.
was so much older than him that I became parent number 3,
Yeah, it's same.
right? Because you have the age gap, right? So
What's
What
the
it-
age difference between you two?
10 and 11 for my 2 younger sisters.
Oh wow.
And I've
Yeah.
got 13 on Justin.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
My older brother was 9.
but what that
Yeah.
does is not that it fixed it, but what it did give me was the idea that I was responsible for something bigger than me. Like it wasn't, I didn't just have to worry about
Yeah.
keeping my shit straight. Like, so even through high school, when it was, hey, can you go pick him up from daycare? Hey, can you watch him? Can you do this, that, and the other? That wasn't hey, you need to stay home because we're not here and you need to make sure nobody breaks in or whatever. It was, hey, here's this living being
Yeah.
that you're
Yeah.
now fucking
Hey,
responsible
can you
for.
be responsible for this life?
Right. And it's like,
You got
sure.
this.
Yeah. It's like a
And so-
puppy? No.
Now, I am not equating that to the fact that you had kids at 20. That's just a different fucking animal. And I'm not a parent. Glad I'm not.
But like, there's
But it's a different beast.
there's
But what
so many
there is a
things-
perspective change when now all of a sudden
Yeah.
you're responsible for somebody else.
But I look back and I think that, you know, if it was just me, I would have risked more and I could have potentially made a lot more money,
Yep.
Well, you know, and it wouldn't have, you know, like I could have worked my ass off. Like now when I work my ass off, it costs. There's a cost to it. You know, I'm missing out on shit, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but like when I got out, I should have contracted.
Yeah. I feel like I squandered.
But there's
My
no way I
single
could have
life.
contracted because I wouldn't have a family now if I was contracted.
Right.
I'm not going to lie. I learned a lot from my first marriage, but I look back at just how much fucking money I could probably have had I not been making all of my decisions based on the fact that there was somebody else involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had it just been
How old were you when you got married the first time?
the first time, I was 25.
Oh, so right in the middle of the glory day.
Right when right, but it
Yeah.
also
And how long were you married?
the first time. Fuck, not gonna make me do math. 8 years.
That's good.
So yeah, so you had a stretch.
So yeah, so when people go like, like when I first got married to Caitlin, and people were like, "Oh, you're a newlywed or whatever," I was like, "Yeah, I had like a decade test run,"
Yeah.
and I met her in high school. So I mean, it was a 10-year relationship all in. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that we were all part of your wedding.
Yeah. I'm glad that us 3 were part of your wedding.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, Caitlin and I actually had a discussion, and we're actually going to have like a proper wedding.
Is Justin going to be there?
Round 2, buddy.
Another chance to fuck this up.
No, we're gonna have a
Fuck
proper wedding, but
every
we've
single
decided.
one of you.
What, dude? Just 'cause we showed up on time.
No, but so here's the deal: is that we want to have a proper wedding where everybody gets invited and the whole 9 yards. But Caitlin and I are unapologetic nerds. And we
Oh,
wanna-
what do I have to dress up as?
Star Wars.
so here's
Tell
the
me
deal.
Star Wars.
No, we think we want to have the wedding at Ren Fair. So Ren Fair has
I'm in.
Ren Fair has chapels in it.
I'm
Okay.
in.
And when you go, they put you in a carriage and the whole royal guard comes out and escorts you the whole 9 yards. And so we don't want gifts. We don't want any of that shit. But if you're going to come to the wedding, you have to show up.
Oh, if I get that
You
outfit,
have to
I
show
won't be
up
able to afford a
dressed.
gift
You
for
say
you guys.
fucking less, bro.
You
I
have
know. That's why I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah, you have to show up dressed because we're going to stand up there in our furs and the whole 9 yards and do it. So
yeah.
that's the gift we want from everybody is that you have to go. You have to be in the outfit. You have to do it.
I have
And
an
we'll
access
invite-
hide that's going to be a cloak.
But we're going to invite fucking everybody. And the filter is literally going to be if you're willing to get there and you're in outfit, then you can come to the fucking wedding. But if not, then I don't care because then it's a giant king's feast afterwards. And
Awesome.
we're going to do
So
it
think
upright.
about the
but-
Renaissance. And I'm thinking about,
and of course, I want all of you guys there. And yes, you
The
should be standing next to me, you fucking chud.
the fashion of the Renaissance.
Andrew
And
can
I'm
go
thinking
too.
about things that were popular back
Are
then.
you just going to be like the naked guy holding the grapes?
No, I think I'm gonna go with someone with syphilis. Just fuck my face up.
Well, that'll be easy.
So you're just going to show up like you are? Like, is that
Mikey's going to shave his beard. That's it.
Be like, I got syphilis. I'm in the Ren Fair.
Medieval cargo shorts.
Medieval cargo shorts? Fuck yes.
The next
Absolutely.
the next kill you get, you need to take it to the fur guy and be like, make me cargo
I need,
shorts.
I need cargo shorts out of this animal.
Multi-use, bro.
Dude, we are explicitly going predator hunting. Right? I want cargo shorts out of a wolf or
I
something.
wonder. I have 2 gator hides coming back.
Ooh.
Gator kilt?
Gator
No,
kilt.
I got a great idea. I'm gonna shoot a pig and just have the pig's head.
like a head loincloth.
Yes.
Like a pig loincloth.
This may be the most nude wedding it has ever been.
Hey,
There's gonna be a lot of
Mikey.
skies out, thighs out.
Mikey, touch his tongue.
Be like,
But do the research because, like, what's hilarious is that when you see people, I was actually talking to a Scotsman about it or whatever, but these people that walk around in kilts and like none of their shit has buttons or anything like that. And these Scotsmen are like, we had fucking buttons. Like, it didn't take that long for people to figure out that fucking
they made 'em out
buttons
of bone.
worked.
there were toggles.
Yeah, like it's a fucking thing.
Like toggles were a thing.
But we want to do it. We need to pick the schedule because it's. But yeah, I think we're gonna have a proper wedding, and
I
but
don't know if it's proper, but
to us it's proper.
An improper wedding.
That's what makes it proper.
Yeah.
Is the
Yeah.
fact that it's not proper.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but one thing I will say that maybe getting a little older is unlocked it, and I think a lot of you guys understand, is that you get older and you realize that everybody else's perspective on what the fuck you're doing just doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's
Like-
so
Andrea tells me all the time, she's like, you just don't give a fuck. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck what other people think about me.
Yeah.
and that's the
Like,
it's the most freeing thing.
It's so
But-
nice.
Well, like, don't get me wrong. I
But it-
value,
truly not
but
care
it
what
comes
other
with
people think.
age.
I value
Yeah, it does.
certain
Do it
people.
younger.
I value certain people's opinions. That's not the same thing as
Yeah.
giving a fuck, though.
But it's different,
Like,
though. So,
Yeah,
and the
like
reason
so
why I say it's different
It is different.
is
You're right.
because you're at the age that your actions are going to determine how the people you value view you.
yeah,
So you are going to act in a way to get the response that you want from the people you care about.
no, I'm going to act in a way that I want to act in,
And the people that
and the
care
people
about you
that
won't
care about me should accept that
Tomato,
To an
tomato.
extent.
because they fucking understand.
So
But
me.
that's what I, yeah.
The other thing that I just
Like
had
if
this,
I do something and you're like, "That's Mikey," it's like that tracks.
But that's
man.
the thing.
Like,
So your circle are the people that
the people
support you.
The people who are like, "That's Mikey."
but they
Yeah.
support you.
I just had this
Yes.
discussion yesterday with another guy whose opinion I value greatly. And what we actually talked about was the amount of people, how big is your circle of people that you could call and be like, hey, I'm thinking about this thing. And you talk to that person and what they tell you actually weighs on your decision.
Yeah, yeah. It's very small.
And you also need that circle that can look at you and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Now,
and it doesn't ruin the relationship where you go like, what do you mean? And they explain it and you go, fuck, maybe you're right. Like,
Yeah.
but you need those friends that can look at you and go,
Only
hold the fuck on.
only if you have a true friend can you say the most fucked up shit.
and
it's-
call a
it's-
true friend can look at you and be like, you're fucked and you need to knock this shit off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what the definition of a true friend is? Somebody who'll go downtown, get 2 blowjobs, come back and give you one.
I don't think that's true.
Well, they got one to go. Like, I don't.
John, I feel like we're friends, buddy.
No, that was so. When I was like 14, I got this joke book, and I can't remember. It was like dirty, offensive jokes. It had a blue cover on the book, and it was this little paperback book, and that was one of the jokes that was in it. And I was 14, and
So it was hilarious at 14.
yeah, it was. But that's like there's like a handful of jokes from that book that have stuck with me to this day, and that was one of them. So anyone's like, "Oh, it's a true friend," and immediately my brain's like, "Hit."
I had a calendar, you know, those fucking every day is a different
Yeah.
joke calendar. I had one of those, but it was all like fucking fart and shits.
Makes
It'd be
sense.
like, it was like different kind of poops and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And it was same. Okay, and it was funny. I cataloged it for like a whole year, and it's a lot of it's on social media, and like occasionally, like it'll be like, oh, 8 years ago it was fucking, or it was more like 15 years ago. It'll be like, oh,
That's
the
probably
fucking
it.
power shit, you know. So, are
Yeah.
you texting us?
I think I found John's book. It's the official Dirty Joke book,
That might be it.
and it's a whopping $4.
Yeah.
Off thriftbooks.com.
Fucking looks old enough.
Why did I not get a text from you?
He
Oh,
just
I
sent
sent
it to me.
John.
Oh,
That's why.
Fuck the rest of us. Got it.
You said it, not me. Well, fuck, boys.
Yeah.
It's probably time.
I
need
don't know
those.
what the fuck this show is about. So just go ahead and
Yeah.
Mikey pay the
We're
bills.
all
'cause-
over the fucking place tonight.
Mikey's reading a paragraph or three.
Yeah, I just got a real crazy fucking.
Well, do you want to let the rest of us know? Do you want to close this bitch out?
I'll let you. This it is relevant to the show, but I will. I'll fucking talk about that offline. Anyways, brought to you by WarfighterTobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. That'll screw you that sweet 15% off.
Since Warfighter's a sponsor, I want to throw this out there. We had a great Black Friday, and I'm probably sending all of you guys fucking cigars because you all ordered fucking cigars.
Yeah.
So
All
thank
of
you for ordering cigars.
Yeah, it was our best Black Friday weekend ever. It was our best month ever, and hopefully our best year ever.
Yeah.
Hey, mine too.
Yeah. Good job, brother. Good job.
Way to set the bar.
Yeah.
I've only had one. Just,
This is the first.
So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys.
Yeah, we filled up 2 mail trucks today, and we'll probably fill up another 2 tomorrow.
I saw literally what's left of the order stack.
Yeah.
And it is still fucking impressive.
Well, you
so
saw-
all of you guys out there,
We
that,
had 3 pallets of
I
humidors.
saw that too,
Now we have
but-
half of one.
but the love that you guys showed Warfighter is phenomenal.
It's fucking great.
And there was a lot of comments in the orders of I listened to the show.
Yep.
Freedom the fuck on. A
Yep.
lot of them. So.
Fuck
If-
boys.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
much as if you left a note and I didn't leave you a note on your packing slip, I apologize.
But there was a fuck ton of you.
We were
Yeah.
trying. I mean, I think we shipped out almost 350 orders today.
Yeah.
And if I caught it, I would leave you a note, and I apologize if I didn't. Whether it's a thank you or freedom the fuck on or whatever it was. But from the bottom of our hearts, thank you seriously.
And from those of us that are not involved, we still fucking thank you because honestly, the generosity of these two gentlemen is,
Above reproach.
and it's also the only reason this show still exists.
Yep.
Like it's
Well, we just have a big enough space, or else we'd be doing it in like Mikey's garage or something.
That's not true because your other space was not anywhere near this fucking big, and you still gave up the space for us, and we
Yeah,
only spoke
that's
your
true.
shit. Like
that would have had to have changed.
It literally came down to
Yeah.
we either need to cancel the podcast or we need to move.
and we had that discussion,
Yeah.
So we moved.
but
I don't think that was the mitigating factor, bro.
Just shut up and let me believe my truth here.
By now, it would have been.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, because
but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, this show doesn't happen without Warfighter. And guys, you need to know that we all appreciate it. None of us that are non-Warfighter affiliated take you guys for granted. Like it's
I almost said some shit. I was about to get you. Almost needed the redacted button. I was just gonna say, nope, never mind. I stopped myself. They would have been good.
pay the
Goddamn.
bills so we can fucking go.
Oh, wellness.us for all your CBD needs. Go Freedom Friends 25. That gets you a quarter off your order. And Icy Tech Coolers. Go over to icytech.com for those who get it. Use that code Freedom Friends 10. That gets you 10% off.
Speaking of wellness, wants to give a big shout out to all the customers too, because they see big bumps in sales on Wednesdays and Fridays when the episodes come out.
nice.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
So thank you.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Cool.
3 little things.
Nice and easy. Not hard to follow.
First off, tell your friends.
Tell your mom.
Tell your mom's friends.
Tell
Fuck.
yeah. We have fucked this all up.
I hurt my brain.
Hit him with the first one.
Drink on.
Nope. That ain't it. Jazz?
Freedom on? Wait. Smoke
Smoke
on.
on.
There we go.
God damn it.
Freedom
Smoke
the fuck
on. No? What?